Hey there. So obviously I'm in my car and I apologize. The sound is probably going to suck. The lighting is going to suck, but I wanted to show you guys how I do my makeup, how easy this makeup is, how I can do in the car, all that jazz. So if you're new to my channel, my name is Dee. I am a Seint beauty artist and a DIY lash extension enthusiast. So those are the two main videos that I do, but I also do a variety of different, mostly beauty, some lifestyle, home life, that sort of thing. But like I said, today I just wanted to take the time to show you guys how easy it is to do this makeup in the car. And this is one of the many reasons why I absolutely love the makeup. So I wanted to show you, here is the palette here. Now what I've done is, if you've watched any of my videos, you know I have that massive palette with a whole bunch of colors. I went ahead and just put the colors that I'm going to use today in this palette. So I have my creams here, and then I've got my eyeshadows here. So I did not bring any eyeshadow brush. I only brought this. This is the 3D foundation brush. This is my favorite brush to use. It is my go-to. I like it the best for my main highlights and my contour and everything. And full disclosure, I usually do use a bronzer brush for this. It's the blush and bronzer brush, but obviously today's video, I'm only going to be using this, but this will work. I just prefer the other one if I have it. And then the only other thing I brought with me is the Seint Beauty Sponge. I absolutely love, after I put my makeup on, to go in with a sponge. You can see here, it's nasty and I need to clean it, but I like to go in with a sponge and just make sure that there's no brush marks, make sure that everything is kind of pressed into my skin and everything just kind of flows correctly. So I'm parked in front of my hair place. I'm gonna get my hair done because you can see here, it's been a long time. So I'm really, really excited to get in and get my hair done. So I'm gonna go in. Sorry, I'm like my seat is a bucket seat, so I feel like I'm down here. So I'm trying to be a little bit more in your guys' face. These are the two that I use to color correct my eyes because I do have dark eye circles. You can see here, this is from, I had a hydrofacial done with a peel, and I always have, like, right here is where it affects me the most, and it's just a patch of dry skin. It will go away, but you can see I got some stuff that I'm working with. So I'm gonna go in with my under eye correctors. This is these two. No, what the heck? Yeah, these two are my under eye correctors. This is my main highlight shade. I will link everything down below. Everything I'm using this palette, I will link below. So what I'm just gonna do is I'm gonna start with my under eyes first. So I'm gonna go in with the color Frenchie. That one I do know. And this is just a kind of a peachy shade. Because my under eye circles, I do have blues and purples, I like to use a combination. So the Frenchie shade, I think, is the one that does well with the purples. And then I go in with the Sunlit, I think it's Sunlit, and that helps with the blues. So I just mix those, and this just really is to help color correct that and make it look a little bit more bright and not like a black hole, because that's what I feel like. Especially in here, I feel like it's just very, very dark, and it just makes my eyes look really, really sunken in. So I'm just using this taper point. It is a little bit bigger than what I normally use, but it's super dense and it's super soft. And so it does a really good job of putting that makeup on there and just focusing on the areas that I need to focus on. So I'm gonna go in with my beauty sponge and just make sure that everything is kind of blended in, blended out. There's no harsh lines. And I like to use my beauty sponge throughout my whole process. So when I go in and put one layer on, I like to go in and just press it and just make sure that everything is smooth and everything is blended out. Okay, so I'm just gonna use, for this, I'm gonna use the finger technique. So I'm gonna go in with my contour right here. This is the color Ash. This is the color that I use all the time. I absolutely love it. And then I'm gonna go in with the color that I can't remember, that I just shaded up. But like I said, I will put it on the screen as well as put it at the bottom so that you know exactly. Now, if you're interested and you're like, hey, I don't know what color I would be, feel free to click the link below in my bio or in the description, and I will have a link to a jot form where you can just fill out some questions, and then you provide a couple of makeup-free. I should have brought, oh, I've got some tissue paper. It's always good, especially when you're doing this method, to have some kind of towel or napkin or something with you, because obviously, I don't know about you guys, but I like to smear it on my clothes, and that's not cool. So I'm gonna go in with this part right here, and I'm gonna start with my darker shade. But anyways, what I was saying before is, if you're not sure what your color is and you're interested about trying the makeup, click the link below in my description and fill out the jot form. All you have to do is provide a couple photos that are in direct light. So like, you know, in front of a mirror where the sun's not shining on you, but it's really bright with no makeup. That way I can really get a true idea of what your color is, and then I can color match you and find that perfect match. Now, I know some people don't like to do that. Maybe you're like, hey, she's kind of salesy, or she might be a little salesy, and I don't necessarily want to go through all that stuff. Or maybe you're like, hey, I don't want to provide somebody with makeup-free photos because I'm embarrassed, or whatever the reason is, or maybe you just don't want to go through it. That is 100% fine. Seint came out with some bundles that you can buy, and there's different skin tone colors that you can purchase on the website that come with the main highlight, the brightening highlight, a contour, and I think the bronzer as well. And you can just get that kit so you don't have to go through the color matching. So there's two different ways that you can do it. But if you're not sure and you're going on there and you're like, oh, gosh, there's so many different colors, hit me up, fill out a color matching form. I promise I won't hound you to death. I am here just to help you in whatever way I can, but I'm not a salesperson. I'm doing this because I honestly and truly love the makeup, not because, you know, I'm gonna go out there and harass people to buy it. So don't feel like you're gonna get that experience with me, because that's not the way I operate. I support salespeople in my real job from HR, but I am not a salesperson by no means. Okay, so that is kind of the first layer. I'm gonna go in with the sponge and just kind of make sure everything's blended. Now I do have, when I got the microdermabrasion, it caused me to break out my chin for some reason. It's just this big boulder looking thing right there. Oh my gosh, it hurts so much. I woke up in the morning and I thought somebody punched me on my face, or like in my chin. I was like, what is going on here? I'm just looking in the mirror. It's kind of hard to tell in the camera if I've buffed everything out. So I'm gonna go in a little bit with a little bit more on my chinny chin. A little bit more on my nose. My nose and my chin are the two areas that, like, pretty much my T-zone of where I get the most red. So I like to go in a little bit extra. Go with my sponge, and just the sponge to me is the way to go as far as just making sure that everything is blended, and it kind of like pushes the makeup into the skin and makes it look a little bit more natural. So it's not just sitting on your skin, but it like becomes your skin. My skin is still kind of peeling from the peel that I got from the hydrofacial. So I'm gonna go in a little bit more with that main highlight shade and go under my eyes, just because when I was blending out, I didn't get in there as well as I wanted to. Now I normally, and this is just a personal preference, I normally do not go in with a brightening highlight. I don't like the way that it looks on my skin. That's just me. That's just, you know, after kind of trial and error. Sometimes once in a while I'll brighten it up, but I do like the area to look a little bit more natural and not like super highlighted. So that's just, like I said, a personal preference of mine, but I see a lot of people do it and it looks great on them. It's just not the way that I like. I hate that this lighting is yellowy, so it's making me look a little bit more yellow. So I'm gonna go in, what I try to do is go right under the bags of my eyes and kind of create the illusion that it's one even plane instead of bags. I have such, I mean, it's hereditary, but then also the allergies have been crazy, and I haven't been sleeping that well. It's just a combination of everything. You can just see there. I mean, yeah, it's really bad. Crazy. Okay, so next I'm gonna go in with the bronzer. I use Bella. So this is the bronzer that I absolutely love. I think it's gorgeous. I think it works on a variety of different skin tones. This is the main one that I always recommend, especially if you have kind of like more, I don't know, like light to medium. If you're super fair, I think it might be a little bit too much, but oh, it's just so pretty. It just really does a good job of brightening up your face and making you look kind of sun-kissed and alive, basically. So I just put that right there on that kind of the apples of my cheeks. And then I always come in and I just put it on my neck just to kind of brighten up my neck. And then go in. I cannot wait to get my hair done. I was so excited. I'm trying to grow it out, so I haven't been in too much of a rush to go back and get it done, because I was like, oh, well, the longer I go in between appointments, the better it'll grow. But it's getting to the point where I do really need a trim, and I've noticed that it's kind of got stagnant, where I feel like it's not growing anymore. And I don't know if about you guys, and I don't know if it's like scientific or something, but I feel like when you go and get trims, your hair just automatically grows. But if you stop getting trims or whatever, it just all of a sudden your hair just stops growing. I don't know if it's a thing or not, but I feel like that's the way my hair is. So I'm excited that after I get my trim, that I feel like my hair is gonna start growing again. Okay, I just realized that I did not bring anything for my eyebrows, but it's okay. They're kind of darkish. And I don't have any angled brush or anything like that to even try to attempt. I usually do the contour, like the ash contour into it, but I don't have anything that I even want to attempt. I'm not going to attempt it with this big old thing. It'll be interesting. Okay, so next I am going to go in with the nude color. I put way too much on there, but this is the cheek and lip color. I have been loving this. So it looks like this one right here. It does not look pretty in the pan. When I first saw it, I was like, okay, not pretty. But what I love about it is it just gives this kind of really pretty flushed glow. It is not in your face. It is super natural looking, and it just kind of gives this very natural flushed look. And I have been loving it for my day-to-day. So it's not like, I just realized I think I missed right there. It's not like in your face. Like some of the pinks are really pretty and I like them and they're perfect for spring, but sometimes I'm just looking for something that's natural, more natural, and I feel like the nude is just perfect for that. Just is so pretty. Okay. So there you go. That is it. It doesn't look all together because I don't have my hair done and my eyebrows are not the greatest. So I'm gonna go in, get some water, and I'm just gonna go in and just try to get the foundation out of my eyebrows so they look a little bit darker. So what I did was I brought the setting powder. I'm not gonna set my under eyes, but I do want to kind of set my top of my eyes. Now this brush is technically not meant for powder, but it just does just fine because all I'm doing is sweeping this kind of translucent. So what I'm going to do is go in, this is the color Chai, so I'm going to go in and just apply it with my finger. But I like to put that translucent powder on top because it makes it easier for the colored powder to be blended out. If you don't do that, then it just, sometimes the eyeshadow can look a little bit choppy. So that's why I like that setting powder, because I can put the translucent setting powder on there and then I can go in with the actual color and it just makes it so much easier to blend out. And then I'm gonna go in with the color You Complete Me. I don't know if you can see that. It's just a really pretty like glitter shade. Right here. Maybe I need a little bit more. There you go. That's it. Eyes done. Face is done. Took me a couple minutes. And yeah. So I just wanted to show you how simple it is. I did my makeup in the car. Not a big deal, obviously. Don't look at my eyebrows, but that's how easy it is. It is one and done, and I've got 10 minutes before my appointment, so I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna use the restroom, and then I'm gonna go get my hair done. So just wanted to take you guys along and show you how simple it is to do your makeup. And that's one of the reasons why I absolutely love it. It's great for my skin. I have very, very dry skin. It's super easy. It comes in the compact, the compact, so it's travel friendly. It's affordable. It is not super expensive depending on how much you want. Obviously, you can be like me and buy every cheek and lip color, and then obviously it gets expensive, but I just absolutely love it. But I wanted to show you guys what it was like to do your makeup in the car and how easy this system is. So if you have any questions, please leave your comments below. If you want to get color match, that link will be in the description bar, but I'm here to help you out in whatever way I can. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Until next time, bye.